Hey guys, so here in this video I'm showing you how I make my earrings. So right now I'm taking some tape, put them back in my hand, take some of the stickiness off, take my tracing paper down. I'm going to use an F pencil, trace my lines of my design of the butterfly wings. I like to use the F pencil because it's nice and soft and gives a nice dark line when I'm ready to trace it over. So I'm taking my time, going over my lines, making them clean. And this helps to make a clean transfer onto the deer hide for what I'm going to paint. Here's my design all traced out. I'm going to cut it out, cut the wings down the center. So I have two pieces. You can see there, you can see the shiny part has the lead. So here's my tape, put it in my hand. And I'm going to flip it over so that my lead is touching the hide. I'm going to put it as close to the edge as possible to utilize all of my deer hide. Have enough room to cut it out. So I'm going to stick it on. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to transfer. So I'm going to use a harder lead and I'm going to do circular motions because the thin tracing paper is very easy to rip. As you can see, there's some little rips there. So I just do little circle motions back to back, making sure I'm pressing hard, but not too hard to wreck the tracing paper and push through to the other side. Just very lightly pressure and flipping over, checking to see there's some spots missing. Here I have cerulean blue, dioxazine purple, emerald green, and a raw titanium. I like to use a liner brush. This one's a number 2. It's longer than a round. So here I'm taking my green paint, mixing it nice and smooth with some water, and I'm going in and I'm going to start my first coat. So I like to start on the line, go all the way around, making my first coat as even as I can. So the top third of my butterfly wing is green, and I'm going to rinse my brush and add the blue to the center. Apologize for my finger in the way, it was very hard to record. But here I'm using the cerulean blue, and I'm going around doing that first coat, just kind of overlapping. I like to move my artwork around a lot while I'm working. Gives me a good advantage to see what I'm doing and move my brush as best as I can. So here I'm doing the inner ovoid. I like to just dot it in kind of with the tip of my paintbrush. This is such a small, tiny space. I use the roundness of my brush just to kind of tap in the paint. Then what I like to do to get a nice line is like to clean my brush off, get as much of the paint off as I can, and I add just the tiniest bit of paint to my brush, and I work my way around that line using my pencil marking as a guideline. And this is just the first coat, just to get that foundation on there. Same thing going around. I'm starting the last third of my butterfly using the purple. So I do add some of the raw titanium to this purple, as the original color is very deep and dark. So I use the raw titanium to lighten it up, make it a little bit more opaque, and to kind of match the colors that we already have. So here I am doing the last little fine line for this coat of purple, and after the first coat I always go back in and I do a second coat of paint. So here we are, starting over with the green, going over all of my lines, making sure not to miss any sections because we want it all to be nice and solid and opaque. So now we're going to do the blue coat, second coat, and I'm not too worried about blending my colors yet. That'll come in the final finishing touches stage. So right now I'm just focusing on getting that blue color very solid and even, cleaning up my lines, making sure I'm happy with how everything's looking. So now that I've finished my purple, blue, and green second coat, so I'm going to go in and I'm going to get ready to start blending my two colors. So I'm going to add some wet green paint to where I want to have my blue and green meet. It's really important to work with wet paint when you're mixing colors. This is acrylic paint, so it does kind of dry fast. So what I do is I lay the green down and then I'll go in with the blue and I slowly just mix the two together on my work to get a nice blend from that green emerald color to my blue and bringing it down so we have a nice gradient. I'm still learning how to color blend. Usually I only work in solid colors, so this is a very new technique for me, but with good practice you get better. So here I'm doing the purple to blend the purple to the blue, making sure to get my fine lines. And it's really important to work with the wet paint as they will blend together more smoothly and it'll dry down very nice. So here we are adding the blue, blending it in slow little motions, cleaning up my lines. So here I am just finishing it up, and so this is how I paint my butterfly earrings that I've been doing. If you'd like to see a video of me putting them together, please let me know in the comments below, or anything else you'd like to see. Thank you for watching.